And we're live. Welcome to the stream of epic failing proportions. But where I still have fun. And that's all that fucking matters. Alright. Let me zoom in on this bitch. So I can see what I'm doing. Hello, Brian. Two. Come on now. Zoom. There we go. Alright. So, it's real simple. What am I doing? Doesn't really matter. Because the main focus of the streams is just shooting the shit, playing some random games, and then when games come out, I talk about them a little bit. Not always in great depth, because I'm not an expert. And that's about it. So this is Outriders. You know, what's the big hype with it? Exactly. What is it? Who knows? I've been playing it for a little bit. I have it on PC, the demo, and a PC on the PS5. I've even tried out the PS4 version of the game on the PS5. You don't want to do that. Shit runs at 30 frames a second. But on this... Yes, indeed. But on this... I like the PC version simply because I have more room on my computer in terms of storage. This PS5 thing is starting to piss me the fuck off for the simple fact that I'm now deleting games to install games because PS5 games have to be, you know, on the internal hard drive, which I think is a crock of shit. They should be able to run off of the external hard drive. The predominant thing about things being fast with the loading times is just that. It's about the loading times. I'll be honest. I like loading times, but I don't give a rat's ass about it to the point where I'm willing to jeopardize not even being able to play at all a game on it. To me, that's some absolute rubbish shit. Just at least allow us to play it on an external SSD. Say we're getting the frame dip now down to 52, 46. This is on my PC on medium settings, by the way. And that's what I kind of want. Ooh, 37. Yucky. It just, this game just doesn't run well. I mean, that's just the reality of it. It runs like a... I don't know. It runs like Timmy from South Park. A gimpy motherfucker in the Special Olympics. You know what I mean? I would say Terry Fox, because he only had one leg, but he actually ran better than most people with two fucking legs. Again, medium settings here, folks. I am playing on a computer that can run Red Dead Redemption 2 at 60 fucking FPS a second. Red Dead Redemption 2 is the epitome of badass. I can play Call of Duty at fucking 60 frames a second. Assassin's Creed Valhalla on Ultra at 60 frames per second. But I can't run this early era PS4 looking motherfucker at a steady 60 on medium. So is it my computer? I would say no. Yes, it's old. Yes, it's time to upgrade. But you know what? The shit ain't that well optimized. I'll tell you that. I'll look at the chat in a second there. I'm trying to do something. Oh, there we go. Fuck that. There we go. Just give me a moment there. I just want to kind of... I almost can't even play this shit. Wrong weapon. Yeah, 40 FPS. I had better frames than 96. I just want to quickly, painfully get through this. This is also to showcase You might have a good computer that plays all those other games I was bragging about being able to rock at 60 FPS. You may or may not be able to do that in this game. I know that for a fact. There are people on Steam that got some really beastie computers. And they can't play this bitch. So it's another kind of disappointment for PC players. But on PS5, oh yeah, silky smooth. Silky smooth. But you know, PC's the master race. Yeah, okay. Alright, almost done here. Let's use a fancy move. There we go. Right. Oh, look at that. Lovely. Brain stew, anyone? It is supper time. And yes, I am going to look at the chat in a moment. I could see it from the corner of my eye. Going 100 miles an hour like a Dr. Disrespect stream. I wish. Actually, I don't, because then I wouldn't be able to keep up. Let me just exit this shit. Alright. We've got 4 people. Let me get caught up here. There is nothing special about the game. What would be special is if a motherfucking game could come out on day 1 and the shit just fucking worked. It just worked. Do people not test their games before they publish them? That would be special. So there is nothing special about this. Oh, I'm live. And I'm good. I'm alive and well. Assassin's Creed's your pizza. GTA's your chips. Right? Okay. So that's that. Let me just pick up some of this bullshit really quick. Let me see. Interrupts and assist. Okay, escape. Yeah, so as we could tell... What the fuck was that? Oh. So it basically feels like... what the hell's that game I don't like? Gears of War? It feels like Gears of War. That's not a bad thing. It's not a good thing. It's just a thing. It's an observation. With like, sort of like a hint taste of Destiny-ish. Sort of, kind of, not really. And... It's fun. I've put in more time into this game than I'm willing to admit today. I'm really enjoying the mouse and keyboard thing. All the skills. It looks pretty cool. No, stay over there. Stay the fuck over there. I'm gonna slow down time. Like a bullet storm there. That's pretty wild. See all the bullets. We're gonna clap this bitch. So that's what's special about it. It's just... I don't know, it's pretty satisfying. It can be pretty challenging. You basically have different difficulty levels, kind of like in Diablo 3, with the torment system. It's not just a mindless run around and shoot. I mean, I'm on the easiest difficulty right now, so I'm kind of able to show off a little bit more. Otherwise, you're going to have to take cover. Kind of like The Division 2. It's got little hints of The Division 2 in this as well. It's fully third person. It runs like a pile of shit on my computer. He's having a seizure. shoot him in the dick. That'll put him out of his misery. I guess we've got the semi-destructible environments there. But yeah, there's just something about it. I don't know. I just keep coming back to it. I wish I was getting this performance on my PC compared to the PS5. I have to admit that was kind of satisfying. The headshots, the dismemberments. Again, I'm not doing the game justice by playing it on the easiest difficulty. But it still shows you quickly the mayhem, the graphics, although it is set to medium. There's a mixture of medium and high graphics. Hello, Lube Tube. I see what you did there.
I'm getting major deja vu in this place. Reminds me of that mission in Damascus.
No one asked you to talk. I'm in the middle of a stream.
From that machete-wielding mob.
More like the time I had to save your sorry ass from that redneck mob storming DC.
Listen, you're not gonna have an ass left if I fucking stick a block of C4 up your cornhole. Shut up!
Never been worth fighting for.
So what's it all about for you then?
I hate the banter, especially when I'm streaming. It's so goddamn distracting.
We're barely holding on.
It sounds like I chose a good day to wake up then.
Oh, speak one more word and you'll be going to sleep. So you got these little skills there, and you pretty much got the idea of what it looks like. Campaign's supposed to take anywhere from 20 to 40 hours as you play through a map, a la Borderlands 3 style, big open hub worlds. You'll unlock these flags here, and you can essentially travel. This will be like sort of like your first world, if you will, Rift Town. You'll kind of see how it's not like just some big open world. But it's still pretty neat. And again, you can move around the different areas. I do like it, but I'm having a hard time finding the money to buy it on PS5. If it was like $39 and not $80 goddamn dollars, I would be more into snapping it up, especially for my channel. You know what I mean? Because I want to be that guy that showcases games and all that shit. But at the same time, I'm playing the goddamn demo. Anyone can play the flippin' demo, right? This is not the full version of the game, although one would think it would be relatively the same. So, you could change, again, difficulty at any time. 3 is normal, and because of that, we can claim our reward. Literally, this is like Diablo 3 style. I put it on story because I'm a noob and I want to show off. Damascus? Who? I forget what that is. But yeah, so there you have it. That's a little bit on the PC. On medium settings. Some stuff on high, like textures and draw distance was on high. Everything else was on medium. That definitely made a difference. Having it on high on everything. Even ultra. I mean, I can run the game at ultra at 60 frames, but I can't be streaming. I gotta turn off all my bullshit. So that does me no frickin' good. If I want to showcase the game, I can't be recording it. You know, if I have all my stuff turned off, running in the background, right? So, but it is interesting. I'm having a hard time, like I said, figuring out if this is something I really, really want to do or not. And now we're gonna do something not necessarily entirely exciting, but now I wanna, just like in the video, I want to showcase the game on the PS5. Because, let me tell you, it's a different experience. It's way better. There's no lag, nothing. And you can see the login screen here, or the intro scene. The intro screen runs at 20 frames on my computer. 20 fucking frames. Like, seriously? Come on now. But on the PS5, it's been money. Well, William, if you must know, Valhalla is one of my favorite games, so it's still on my console. Is that okay with you? Now, let me do this, but I think I have to turn down some shit. Yeah, Sleeping Dogs is cool. I don't think they'll ever make a second one. Loading times are pretty fast. See? Look at that. Boom. Butter smooth, motherfucker. 60 FPS, none of that lagging ass bullshit that is on the PC. Where the hell are my settings? There they are. But there's no mouse keyboard support. And to me, yeah, let's enable crossplay, why not? To me, that's kind of a bummer, you know? Yeah, let's do that. I'll be able to tell if it's too loud. Yeah, that's pretty decent. Okay. Yeah, don't compare Assassin's Creed Valhalla to I had to do that. It's annoying, and that's why I'm doing it. Don't compare Assassin's Creed to Watch Dogs. Can't do that. That's like sacrilege, you know what I mean? You cannot do that shit. Exactly. When do I don't have the time. I'm too busy in here or doing shit in real life. Alright, let me, was I even on a quest? Or on a mission?
Shira, I'm looking at the epicenter of the explosion. This is where
Let me just get a little bit of gameplay going here.
I doubt McCain survived this.
I don't need your doubts. I need him alive.
Let's do it. A little bit of action. You know. Now, you'll see at 30 frames, that's not the point, because my computer can handle actually streaming at 60 frames. When I'm playing on my PS5, which I'm doing, but I can't change the stream speed setting midstream. And because I was going to be playing on my PC as well, I just keep it at 30, right? But you'll still be able to tell, you know, between 30 smooth and, like, it dropping and shit. And it's just so much smoother on the PS5. I mean, it's insane. Like, it's just not even the same experience. The only thing that blows, like I said, is the lack of mouse and keyboard support. I mean, the aim assist is pretty good. But, see, like I missed there. Because you have to be a little bit closer to him in order to actually get it to snap on him. See how I'm kind of like, I gotta turn down that sensitivity, see? It snapped on him, that was pretty good. Oh, you just lost your head. I'm gonna have to turn down the sensitivity settings again. But it's like it's not even the same game compared to the computer. Just a completely different experience. Lighting looks better because everything's basically on a higher setting. And there's just no frame dipping. Like, I mean, that's very immersive breaking. Even if you're playing fucking Harvest Moon, no one wants to play a game that bogs down to 20 frames a second. Like, no one wants to do that. So yeah, if I were to buy the game, it would definitely be on the PS5. Because I would be able to record and stream at 60 FPS, the highest graphic settings. Do you know what I mean? But, Some games are gonna have to go eventually, that's sort of the problem. We'll look at my gear. There we go. Got some better pants. Hello, Raj. How's it going? But yeah, I haven't really played Valhalla in a while, but it's definitely not a game I just want to forget. I don't know, even though my stream is at 30 frames, if you guys can tell the difference between how much smoother the game is on the PS5 compared to the PC. Are you able to tell the difference? Right. Yeah, I don't know if you're able to tell on the stream that this version... There's a battle in... Okay, that's great. But why the fuck was it telling me? Well, the more stuff they add, the better. Any game that adds shit, I'm into. See his head just popped off there? Boom. Some weapons, actually this weapon, if I shoot someone with this weapon, they sort of kind of catch on fire. It's actually pretty cool. Yeah, I was going the completely wrong way. Because it was telling me to go the other way. Watch. So, is this gameplay smoother than on the PC? Can you tell the difference on the stream? See, it kind of nukes them on fire. See? See, you got all, like, molten there. Oh, shit. Hello, Andrew. How's it going? Oh. I forgot to change my sensitivity. Fuck it. I'm going in. Look at that. I have to admit, though, the action's fast. But it might not be as exhilarating for a streamer to play this game. Just because, you know, you're not playing against real people. But see, it's got some Destiny-looking little spells and shit like that. Alright, for real? Fuck off. Fucking die already. For a single player, you know, kind of game or whatever, I much prefer this game over Doom. I know a lot of people might be like, oh my god, he didn't just say that. But I fucking just did. I would play this bitch over Doom any day of the week. Not really the exact same kind of game, but... Who the fuck's the brownie? What? Who's brownie? There's no diabetes allowed in here. Thank you, Lube Tube. I know it's not Lube Tube, but it's cringy. It kind of sounds funny. That's the name for now. Yeah, I gotta turn down the sensitivity. Don't you worry about my egg. I'll scramble your nutsack. Let's turn that down just a smidgen. There we go. Oh, right in the fucking head. I like that. I'll let all those people shoot each other over there. No, that's shit. That's an upgrade. Hammers in Valhalla are my favorite, besides Dane swords. I can't wait for one-handed swords, you know. That thing they should have had in the game from the beginning, but let's not get into that. So again, on the stream, can you tell that this shit is smoother?
Why did it just get so quiet?
I covered my egg because I don't want him getting too excited. He just wants my yolk. You see what I did there? It's called cringe comedy. I am the king of it. Exactly. If he doesn't behave, you got that shit looking through your bedroom window tonight.
Keep your
That
voice
thing,
down, Outrider.
it comes for you.
I don't want it to notice you, believe me. It can wipe out hundreds in a second. Even the Altered respect them.
Coast is clear.
Yeah.
Keep digging. We're almost out.
So is anyone gonna answer my question? Is this bitch smoother than when I was playing it on the PC? From the couple of minutes that I've been playing it. Let's go to the quest map. Listen here. I'm telling you, I will scramble your fucking nutsack and turn it into an omelet. Sunny side up, bitch! Adios, muchachos! Meilleure chance la prochaine fois, mon esti tabarnak de calice. C'est un petit Chris, celui-là. Il va apprendre très vite. On fout pas le chien avec moi. Jamais. Oh, I'm sorry. Was this meant to be an English stream? I'm sorry. My synapses in my brain were misfiring. So the map here, it shows us all the local quests that we have here. A bad day. Well, I'm having a good one. That's the main one that's going on right now. The one with the star will be our main objective. But if I complete that, it'll just tell me, you must buy the whole game. And I'm like, yeah, no, not happening on my watch. I don't know if I'm just quite ready to commit to that shit. Yeah, I did. Hidden blade. Just like that. Never saw it coming. I knew the moment he came in, it was the same Dingleberry shit stain from the last time. They just say the dumbest shit. Shut up, Baldy. Where's your egghead? Like, what? That's not even trolling. At that point, they're so bad at it, they're trolling themselves. They're just making themselves look fucking dumb. Right? And then they come back. They keep coming back. I'm so terrible, but they keep coming back. Does that tell you something? Exactly. So I have to go over here, a bad day, right? And if I want to travel, yeah, I would have to go here, right? So for the last time, there's like nobody in here. Damn it! But is this running better than the PC version of the game? Like, can you tell on the stream that this runs smoother? That's what I want to know. Alright. Level 5, level 7 is max. Really? That doesn't say much. Because, man, it was fucking garbage on PC. Like when I was playing it, that was kind of like the whole point of doing the intro there. Was playing a little bit on the PC, playing it on the PS5 to showcase the performance difference. Close the game. Mm-hmm. Now, what was I going to say? Oh, I got to check the size of this. I think it's about 20 gigs. Yeah, close to 20 gigs. Oh, I haven't played that game in a while. Plus, no offense, I don't play games like a jukebox. A lot of people come in, they're like, play this, play that. And I'm like, if I wanted to play it, I would be playing it. I'm probably going to stick to what it says in the title, because I'm still trying to figure out if I want to buy this game or not. So that's 20 gigs, roughly. And then if I go to storage, yeah, see, I've got 127 free. Not too sure how much the new baseball's going to take, but yeah. Well, there's a few things I like about Odyssey. 127, I think it's 20, 37, 57. Oof, I might be able to barely squeeze. Probably not, actually. MLB and this game, even if I wanted to buy it. That's the crazy thing about it. That's what's really annoying. Fuck, I knew it was him the whole time. I just needed something to kind of, you know what I mean? To reassure me that my hunch was correct. And I was correct. He's the guy that comes in with Andrew Miller, doesn't actually say anything bad, but he's the dude's friend, and every time motherfucker comes in, that guy's there too. I told you, I'm not looking for a popularity contest. Oh, I know what I should do. God, I hate the UI of this fucking thing. This should give me somewhat of an idea. Maybe, okay, 50 gigs. That's what I'm kind of hoping. Maybe the PS5 version is going to weigh in at when it comes out. 50 gigs. See, I'm trying to figure out if I've got the room for this and that other game. But then, like I said, I'm done. I mean, look, this thing I deleted, but the icon always stays there. If you look at what's on your screen right now, that's the only games I have on my internal storage. That's not that much. Now, for the most part, you would think delete this, delete that, delete that. Delete this because I've played them all, I beat them all. But these are those sort of special games that post-game, I just kind of like running around, just doing nothing and having fun. I love just jumping around, literally doing absolutely nothing and just getting in random fights, playing it on a higher difficulty setting. Like, I enjoy doing that kind of shit. Same thing with Avengers. Mind you, I'm still trying to level up some characters and get some higher gear and all that. Hitman is just Hitman. I mean, come on, it's Hitman. Like, I need to explain it. Sandbox galore. But yeah, and in some cases, I even have the PS4 version of the game on my PS4, on my 2 terabyte. But a lot of these I'm going to be deleting at some point. Like, I'm going to be deleting this, even though I love these games. I have them on my PC and they run at 60 frames. They don't run at 60 frames on the console. You know, so. Yeah, it's a fun game. I mean, I tried the demo, the PS4 version of it. Runs at 30 frames. I was kind of hoping it would run at least at 60 on the PS5, the PS4 version of the game, that is. But I mean, it is fun. It's a fun game, but I don't know if it'll grab my attention as well as some other games that I can go back to, like Call of Duty, World of Warcraft, you know, that kind of shit. I just don't know. I don't have that much space left, and I really don't want to delete any of the games here. I have to make some room for MLB The Show, like I said, which I'm hoping is only going to be around 50 or 60 gigs. Let me go see. Oh, actually, it might tell me. Why don't I just click on it? It might just tell me. Maybe it'll tell me. Maybe not. Fuck. It does not tell me. Oh, that's fine, Pro Hitman. Yeah, I just love Valhalla. Like I said, messing around different outfits. Yeah, that's the PS4 version. I don't know if the PS5 version's more. That was another thing I was looking at. Because when I look at Outriders here, even though I'm on the PS5, sometimes this is not always accurate, though. Where the hell is it? Yeah, it says 46 gigabytes minimum. Minimum. But how did I see the 90 gigs? I think it was when I went to in-cart. Oh, there it is. Did you see that? 43, 46 gigs minimum? But now look at... fuck this hat. Now look at what happens when I click on it to go to buy it. Right? It says that it's 93 gigabytes. And I'm like, sacrament colis, that's a lot of gigabytes. I'm like, that's a lot. Like, oh my god. Right? And that's what's really deterring me. It's like 90 plus 90, 110, 20, 30, 40. So that's like 1.4 fucking terabytes. Or not terabytes. I know what I meant. Yeah, it's just crazy. Oh, nice. Hello, Optic Gamer. How's it going? Yeah, it's the terabyte thing. So, like, when I go here, this is what I'm trying to figure out. So, if I get rid of that demo, right, which is like 20 gigs, then I'll have... How many gigs will I have left? About 150 gigs free. 150 gigs free. I might be able to just squeeze 90, 110, 20... Yeah, I like literally might have just enough room to squeeze Outriders and MLB The Show. Because after that, like I said, there's just nothing else on here I want to delete. All my sports games, I've already deleted Call of Duty because I play that on my my PC. It can handle it at 60 frames, so I mean I play it there. I don't play it on the PS5 anymore. Spider-Man, I just don't want to delete these couple of story games. Marvel Avengers could be one maybe at some point that I delete. I do have the PS4 version, except I moved forward. I'd have to re-catch up on my PS4, get it? Because you can move forward with your progress, but you can't go backwards with your progress. It's kind of the same thing for Hitman 3, to be honest with you. But because your progress is kept online, not your save games, I could technically delete the PS5 version of Hitman, go back to Hitman 3 PS4 edition. There's very few subtle differences, to be honest. I mean, there's a few, but they're not night and day. And the PS4 version of the game runs at 60 FPS. That's my main thing, is 60 FPS. So this game runs at 60 FPS as well, I think, the PS4 version of it. So there could be some instances where I downgrade some of the games, but I don't know. It's really fucking frustrating. It really is. Well, it looks like this summer they're going to be fixing that shit. They're going to unlock the internal storage, and we're going to be able to buy... Well, yeah, it's fucking shit. Look at that. 667 gigabytes is all the console came with. 32 gigs is taken up by the bullshit, software. But yeah. Anyhow. I don't know what to do, to be honest, about that. I'll have to think of something. Hello, Robert. How's it going? For what? For YouTube? Oh, it's hard to say. Fuck, I wish I had the, I wish I knew what to do for that. But I do not have a clue, for real. But I'll think about it. I know that if I do get it, it's definitely not going to be, it's definitely not going to be the PC version. Fuck that. Oh, I'm kind of all over the place for games that I play. I mean, I'm into games that come out and then I cover them. So like Outriders came out, I play that a little bit. Your Assassin's Creeds, your Watch Dogs, Spider-Man Miles Morales, Witcher 3, GTA 5. All that bullshit, right? When they come out, I play them, I make videos on them based on how much time I have in a day. I play those. And then in between major releases, right? My go-to games that I always fall back on are always going to be online first-person shooters. Call of Duty. MMORPGs, World of Warcraft. I got 130,000 hours plus in the last 17 years in this game. And sports games. And some simulators. So like American Truck Simulator, Skater, Excel, basketball, soccer, you name it, golf, wrestling. So sports, driving sims, World of Warcraft, Call of Duty. That's sort of like the small thing. And then when new games come out, like Hitman 3 and all that, then obviously I'll play those. And then as the hype dies down on those games, I don't tend to play them as aggressively. So like, for example, GTA 5. Great game. I love it. It's popular. But the shit's over half a decade old. Chances are you're never going to catch me stream that. Because there's just nothing for me to showcase on the game. There's nothing about the game that makes me want to keep going back to it. Unlike a Call of Duty. Or World of Warcraft, right? Whether it's classic or retail. So that tends to be what I play. What kind of games do you play, if he's still even in here? Hey, nothing can be crappier than my streams. Okay. Well, this is a game I enjoy. And that I know what I'm doing. I got my cat form, in case you didn't notice. On classic World of Warcraft. And with the Burning Crusade coming out, there's definitely a niche of people that are into that game. Big time. It's like anything, right? You'll play basketball, you'll get some people that love it. You switch over to football, they won't like it. I mean, you can't win everybody over, right? Which is why I always say, as a tip for streaming, that's right, from a guy who can barely pull in 10 people in a stream, the fact still remains, as much as it's important for viewers to like your shit, they won't be able to like your shit if what you're doing isn't something you enjoy. That's huge. What you do, you gotta enjoy it. Because if people come in and they enjoy you, the game will become secondary. The main hook is getting people to come into the stream because of you. Not so much because of the game you're playing. That's the initial hook, right? And that's the magic. If you can have people come back because of you, what you play won't matter. People aren't going to go, oh, you're not playing Battlefield. I was hoping it'd be Call of Duty. No, if you like the streamer, that won't really matter. At least it doesn't for me when I watch other people. I could give a rat's ass what they're playing, because at that point, I'm not watching them for the game they're playing. I'm almost watching them for them, right? And I think that's the hardest kind of streamer to be, because it's easy to get more views in a way by just playing the popular games. And then as long as you're semi-competent at the game, you'll probably get a half-decent maybe amount. Oh, wow, we're going on an adventure, boys. Wow, that's going to be a pick. Holy shitballs. Okay, so we're going all the way to Zoram Strand. You saw it there. We're going right across Ashenvale. And Astronar is the Alliance town in here. Oh, this is going to be a journey. Oh, I got lots of idiots. Lots of them. A fan we will never see again. But we'll sense I pointed out this. What? I'm from Canada. Yeah, I like baseball. My next big game. Thank you, Mask69. Hopefully you don't have a mask on when you're doing... Anyways. We have the same surname, Robert. Well, there you go, Owen. Owen... Tudor... Tutter... I'll just call you Owen. Keep it simple. Welcome. I shall never know how stuff like that makes people laugh louder than a motorboat. What does? The chat's moving quicker than I can keep up with. It just doesn't cope with me how that's funny unless... What's funny? See? Shit goes over my head. I don't know what the fuck's going on. You finally... I'm free from work when you stream. Sorta, kinda. How are you? Bellatorm King. Thanks, I can't stand my glasses. To be honest with you, and I could give a shit because I would have changed them if I cared what people thought. This is my own OCD. Obsessive compulsive behavior. Like I said, I could give a monkey's butt crack what people think. I personally don't like the shaved head look with big fucking bam in your face glasses like this. But they're so comfortable because they don't have that annoying nose piece. Right? Then you get the marks on your nose and it looks like a piranha bit your fucking nose. These glasses, I much prefer the sleeker, rimless design. At least underneath, it looks more, whatever you want to call it, with the shaved head look. It's really weird. But when I'm wearing a hat, this is how weird I am. But if I'm wearing a hat, it would help if it was a non-crooked. then I don't mind these glasses. I find this look is better than this look. If I take the hat off, sometimes I feel like I gotta switch glasses. These ones are more comfortable, but I can't stand what I look like. That's the thing. And yes, I do have to see myself. I'm looking right into the goddamn camera. Right? So I have to see it after. So that's why I usually don't do this combo. I have different glasses for different accessories that I wear on my head. Because I'm fucking weird like that. I don't have a favorite baseball team. I drink water and protein shakes. Hello, Bellatorm King. Thanks. Yeah, I like the hat. I like Call of Duty Ghosts. Why am I stealthed? Yeah, so I was just playing Outriders on PC and PS5. So when it comes to sports games, or just sports in general, I love baseball. I'm really excited for MLB The Show. I love FIFA, Madden. I love all the sports pretty much equally. I'm not one of those guys that's just basketball or just FIFA or just baseball. Huge fan of the sport. I used to play sports. I used to be on a baseball team. I was on a junior league. I was shortstop. But let me come correct. I will never claim to know fuck all about sports. I play them. That doesn't mean I know anything about them. I don't watch sports. I play sports. So if you ask me about teams and all this shit, who's your favorite player? Fuck, man. The last time I kept up with that shit, Oral Hershiser and Jose Canseco were still fucking playing. Do you know what I mean? Mark McGuire was still playing maybe the last time I even looked at baseball in the news. I don't even know who's playing, who's who. I know nothing. But I love it. Right? So, that's why when people go, who are you rooting for? You know, if there's like the World Series or something like that, or Stanley Cup for hockey, I just go, fuck, I don't care who wins as long as it's a good match. And that's, I guess, really weird for a sports fan, because most sports fans have a team. And if their team doesn't make it to the end, they get angry. I guess the bonus with me is I'm always happy because it doesn't fucking matter who wins. I could give a shit. Was it a good match? You know what I mean? That's what matters to me. But again, I don't think most people are like that. I've never met anybody else like that. Cyberpunk's coming back. You play FIFA Ultimate Team or career mode? I play career mode. I don't do online sports games. I didn't... Who's Shrek? I banned Andrew Miller. I don't know. I can't keep up with the stream. There's too many people. We're in the 2 digits. I just know that we're going through a beautiful trek through Ashen Vale on my Horror Druid. Still trying to debate what the future will hold for me in this regards. Dingleberry turd. That's Andrew Miller. Just annoying, to be honest with you. Michael Does Life is... I like Michael Does Life. That guy can get a lot of people in his live streams. I'd rather not waste my time on him. There's just a few people that come in. Sometimes people aren't even that bad. Sometimes people come in and they're just obnoxious. And I ban them for literally almost nothing. I'm an asshole that way. Look at how small of a streamer I am. Look at how small of a streamer I am. There's barely anybody in here. But yet, look at how fast the chat is going. You see where I'm going with this? If somebody comes in and, hey, bro, Enter. How are you? Enter. That's why I slow down the chat. And let's say you're just talking about some stupid fucking shit. I ain't got time to scroll through that text diarrhea. So I'll ban people for that. Oh, I could have gotten my ass beat by that person. They are a 60, very well-geared mage. Oof, that could have been deadly in a heartbeat. So that's why I ban people easily. Because I just don't care. I don't care to get 20, 30, 40, 100 people in here if half of them are going to be annoying. Like, come on, man. I have people that come in my streams that ask me if they eat their dog, if they're going to inherit their DNA. Like, what the fuck is that? Like, you know what I mean? I'm the one that's supposed to have a mental disability. Right? It's not insulting. It doesn't offend me. But it's just stupid. It's not even funny. Right? And then when the people keep going on and on about it, asking dumb questions like that every couple of seconds, when other people are actually trying to have a conversation, I ban those people. Because they're taking up room in the text. Well, he called me a baldy because I'm bald. The problem with Andrew is he says the same thing all the time. If I was insulted or ashamed of being bald, I wouldn't shave my head, and I would keep my hat on all the time. Or I just wouldn't go on camera. Do you know what I mean? Like, hey, Baldy, your head looks like an egg. And then I'm like, well, if your eggs have eyes and a mouth and talk to you, you should see a fucking psychiatrist about that. I can hook you up with a good one. So he thinks he's got the jokes, but then I got the jokes. They're not necessarily funny. They're usually cringy in nature, but I'm not there for his entertainment. You see what I'm saying? It makes me laugh later when I look back on my own stream and I have someone go, you look like an egghead. And I was like, oh, so your eggs talk to you in the morning when you're having breakfast? But I'm crazy? Okay. Goodbye. Click. Banned. Right? It's funny to me. Lornell Gibson. That's right. I talk too fast. I have ADHD. I have some fucking inconsistencies upstairs. I tell people in my About Me on YouTube, hang around for a while and you'll start to see why I'm why I'm special. Because a lot of people come in for a minute and go, oh, I heard you're on disability. I go, yeah. They go, I don't see it. I go, hang around for a few minutes. You might see something. Or you might not, right? I have multiple things. It depends on what thing might surface that day. A lot of the things I feel, though, aren't necessarily things that you're going to see. But one of the things that I do, is I sometimes have a tendency of talking blah, 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 super fast sometimes. That's definitely the ADHD part of me. And sometimes it could be a bit of bipolar, too, because with bipolar, you can have, like, sudden mood swings. Sometimes I'm, like, very calm, very mellow, and I'm like, hey, how's it going? So today we're going through Ashenvale. Oh, and then we're going to get over here, and then all of a sudden it's going to be really close. I'm going to be blind. And people are like, I thought this guy said he quit fucking drugs and caffeine and shit. And it just out of nowhere, it's just like a spurt of speed. And then out of nowhere, I'll be like, okay, so once we get there, what we're going to do is people are, what the fuck is this? Well, there you go. ADHD and bipolar, put it in a blender. This is what you get. Right? You got diagnosed when you were 9? Yes. But that's the thing, though. I might be crazy, but I'm not insane. There's a difference. There's a huge difference. You see what I'm saying? You could be a little loopy and a little bit weird. But that doesn't mean you're insane. I've been robbed 2 days ago. Lost 100. I was asleep in the alarm. What? Are you for real? In your house? Like a house robbery? I'm assuming she said you were asleep unless you sleep outside. I mean, not to be rude, it doesn't surprise me because we do live in a world where that stuff happens all the time. What's really weird is my streams are really small, but I always get people in my streams that have some really unfortunate things that happen to them. Like a couple people I know, they had COVID, or they have a sibling or a parent that died of COVID. Just some really wild shit. Or their car caught on fire and they almost got, like, just really wild stuff. And not to be rude, but sometimes I'm like, who's pulling my leg here? Not that those things can't happen, because those things happen all the time. It just seems like it's happening all the time to some of the people that follow me on the stream. And then I'm like, don't be jinxing me now. It's pretty wild. One time I met this guy, John. He kissed me. You were petrified. Right. Why are you petrified? Because you liked him, or your boyfriend was watching? Or, I don't know. Why were you petrified? Well, my question is, why would they want that money, and what would they do with it? Well, shit, I could do a lot with $180. For one, I could buy Outriders. But I wouldn't steal it, though. That's the difference. I'd rather earn it. Don't you think Andrew Miller might have issues? Yes. The only thing I could see myself stealing is the orange box do with Half-Life. You have a wife and you're 24. I'll understand, too, bipolar, manic-depressive, right? Is the best and worst, the geek, the Greek. I first put the name to it, said this people were the one that communicate with God, right? Oh, nice. Congrats, Robert. That's right. Yeah, there's a lot of things that I can do to be humble that I surprise myself with. But then there's a lot of basic things in life that I struggle with. So sometimes that could be taken as I'm an idiot or a moron, or mentally declined or challenged. But then there's other things that I do, like being organized or doing something that should just be so simple. I always find basic things really complicated and nerve-wracking. But yet I could pick up a piano or a guitar and I can figure out, a symphony in my head and just like, you know what I mean? Like, you would think that should be more difficult. And some other tasks that everybody does in their daily life should be simple. And yet, I can find that complex. Makes no logical sense to me. But it's things like that that reassure me I'm not brain dead. Or I wouldn't be able to do anything whatsoever. Like, at all. Alright, this is getting good now. Here we go. I'm having a baby. My wife is, well, you're still technically having it. I mean, when she drops it out of her vajayjay, if you're right there to catch it, you're technically having it. Literally delivered. FedEx style. Right in your hands. Brain works super fast. Oh, yeah. Not always well, but it definitely goes fast. Oh, don't you worry about that. The moment Robert Jones came in, something smelt a little off. But, I gave him the benefit of the doubt. I'm gonna call him Phil. Well, that's now helping solidify my suspicions. No one would call their kid Phil. How's Hitman? It's good? Who's suspended? I really don't want to talk about it. Oh, because you're 32 and single. Okay. But you see what I'm saying? Thanks for clarifying that. I can't say I'm surprised. I mean, let's be real. Let's be real for a moment. You got someone like me who streams hundreds of hours a month, several hundred hours a month for an entire year. I might not be PewDiePie, I might not be Ninja, I might not be Dr. Disrespect, and all these other people. But rest fucking assured, I've picked up on some shit. Okay? I'm starting to know what goes down in the streams. How many people I'm gonna get, and all this kind of shit. There's always an average, it's always the same people that come in. When out of nowhere I get 2 or 3 people that come in and they're acting funny, and then you ban them, and then literally within 3 seconds you've got a new face that comes in that you've never seen before? Come on now. The chances of that legitimately being a new person? I haven't had a fucking new person in almost a year show up in my streams. All the people that are in here right now, 90% of them, have all been here since the crazy train left the station a year ago. It's unlikely for me to actually gain new people that are going to come in. Because if that wasn't the case, I'd be in the hundreds of people by now. I wouldn't still be struggling to maintain a 2-digit live stream. So when I see those people come in and I ban them, and then 2 seconds later, Robert Jones is like, "Hello there. Do you like baseball?" I mean, first of all, that was a red flag right there because he's fucking into sports and shit, and so is his friend, and he was all talking about soccer and all that shit, and if I wanted his duplicate card and all that the last time. I told you, I might be a high school dropout, might be a little wacky upstairs, but I'm not fucking retarded. You know? I want to see what was said. Yeah, see? That's what I mean. Shut it. Like, you honestly think that's insulting? So if I had a full set of hair, would you say, "Shut it, Harry"? Do you know what I mean? Like, it's not even funny. That's a waste of a line that you could have put something in there that was original. You're gonna have to try harder next time. I'm just saying. Does he anger me? He doesn't anger me. So yeah, William, next time you can just ban him. If you know for sure it's Andrew Miller. Don't be shy now. Take the wheel. But yeah, sorry about you getting robbed there. Was it yeah, you had a chance, you blew it. So was it your house or something that was broken into while you were sleeping? Pro Hitman? Is that what happened? Now again, this is going to sound rude. If I had a new person come in and they were talking about that, I would automatically assume they were trolling. But I mean, he's been in here for so long, there's no way he's been waiting for this moment to make up something like that. Do you know what I mean? Because I've had people come in, make shit up. That's it, you're gonna get it. That's right, run away. They all do. No, I get it. Yeah. Once I knew for sure it was him, I'm just like, it's a waste of space. It doesn't bother me. It doesn't frustrate me. I just find it intriguing. Because if I'm so annoying, like I said, if you're someone that doesn't like me, Why would you bother logging on all these accounts and constantly keep coming in the streams? It makes no sense. Like, none. But hey, it's just more views for me.
What you want?
Window he kicked in, then he came to my room. Are you fuck? What the fuck? Pro Hitman. If you don't mind me asking, what part of the world you live in? I know that sounds like I'm trying to insinuate something, but kinda. I am curious to know what part of the world he lives in.
Don't be shy.
Take it easy. No, Pro Hitman was in here before. I forget what his other name was. He told me what it was. He's been around for like a good while. Oh, I don't know. Haven't seen her in a while. There's not a lot of people in here, but let me just ask. Do you think Outriders could potentially be a good game to invest in? To stream? To make a lot of content for? To really get into? Or do you think that it's going to be short-lived and it won't have as much lasting power as a game of the likes of like PUBG, Fortnite, whether you like those games or not, and games like Call of Duty or even World of Warcraft, to be honest with you, with all the hype coming back with the Burning Crusade classic release? I'm really trying to figure it out because it does look like fun. I am enjoying it. Raj, are you saying yeah to Outriders or something else? Right. Did you buy the game, Raj? I mean, the other thing, too, that I want to be able to get into, but I'm having problems with my computer. It's just, it doesn't do well. Computer games don't do well with me. Is play console games with people. Yeah, third person's a nice change from always having first person. I prefer first person, but I appreciate third person because it's not all that common for that kind of game. Now, for the people that don't really like Outriders, be honest now. Do you prefer Outriders if you don't really like Outriders over World of Warcraft? Or do you prefer World of Warcraft over Outriders? I'm just kind of curious. Hitman and GTA, yeah. Well, me with not making a lot of money lately, I have to be quite cautious with the games that I buy, and I'm starting to run out of room. I'm going to soon, from now till the summer, I'm going to have to spend the exact same amount of money it costs to buy my PS5 to expand the storage. It's going to be worth it for the long haul, but it's a huge investment because I still need to upgrade my PC. You know? Yeah. Right? But yeah, for the people in here that don't really like Outriders, do you still prefer it over World of Warcraft? Because I know some people that have admitted to me that they don't like World of Warcraft in the sense that they would, like, never play it. But they don't mind watching it being streamed because they find it relaxing, the music can be nice, the environments can be kind of cool, no two places look the same, not everything always looks like post-apocalyptic all the time. It's got a unique game engine, there's random things that can happen with real people. I tend to be, I think, more relaxed and in a better mood, I think, maybe when I play this game, regardless of what's happening. Even when I was getting ganked and I was getting my ass handed to me by that high level the other day 3 times in a row, I was not raging at all. I was just like, man, whatever. Been doing this shit for 17 years, you know? Oh, you do? Okay. Yeah, it really is. It's like I said before, I'm not trying to sell people on it, but to me it's a very special game. And Bellatorum King, I don't know if he's still in here, but he plays this game. He's about the only other one I know that plays it. And like I said... Oh, there you go, he's still here. Yeah, so Bellatorum, if you're curious, as I've mentioned before, but it makes it easier for me to talk about on stream, even though I texted you on Discord. I'm just going through the motions. I just resubbed to WoW. I gotta be careful with my money, like I said. If I play a Euro, that's an additional $15. I still don't know what I want to commit to. Classic is a huge time sink. And I have money to move to Canada. You're in South America? Like Brazil or something? Right. Yeah, I do. I don't have a Discord channel, but yeah. So anyhow, what the hell was I even saying? Oh, so with World of Warcraft, Bellatorum King, what's happening is it's really simple. It's like I've said from the beginning. This game will always be very dear to me. That's just never going to change. But I have to be greedy. I have to focus on what's going to help my channel. My main focus is literally me. Getting off the system. Getting off disability. Making enough money at this that I can call my worker and be like, thanks for the help. I'm now self-sufficient. I'm a YouTuber. I've made it. This is my living. Right? And to be consistent and stable enough. World of Warcraft, it's too late to be a WoW YouTuber exclusively and make the money. I mean, look at Hazel Nutty Game. You got a young girl. She does WoW full-time. You know what I mean? And no offense, she's not even making that much. Well, I mean, she's making some money, but it's not, like, extravagant or anything. It's nothing, like, huge. Most people that do World of Warcraft that are able to make a living at it have already made a living at it. Huh? I gotta scroll up. Oh, you're in Brazil? Huh? After you stop the stream in Discord, we can sort this today. We can make a Discord. What? I'm so confused. Right. Okay, so the point I was making was this, Bellatorum King. I've narrowed it down. Yeah. I've narrowed it down to between the Druid or the Rogue. The Druid in some ways has a lot more to offer for what I'm looking for than a Rogue. But then when it comes to between a Night Elf and a Tauren, I'm kind of torn. Get it? I'm kind of torn. I'm kind of torn. Tauren. I was trying to be funny. Because I'm a Tauren, literally. A Tauren Druid. Anyways. I'm now a Tauren Druid. Okay, that's enough. And I still haven't figured out what I want to do in that department. In some ways, I like Horde a little bit more from a strategic standpoint on the map. Lore-wise, I'm huge into Night Elf, so I'm really torn between the two. When it comes to the Purple Cat versus the Lion, I kind of like the Lion a little bit more, but I like the Night Elf a little bit more than a Torrent. So that's why I was like, you know what, let me just experience the cat form for myself. There's no real rush right now. The Burning Crusade's not out right now. Plus there might be paid boosts. We've already talked about that. Let me just have fun. And let me just kind of, to be honest, almost level them a little bit side by side along with my 49 Troll Rogue. To just kind of see what I want to commit to, because once I pick something, and I did it for retail, I stuck to it and I haven't gone back in an entire expansion. And that's a record for me. In 17 years, I've never been able to commit to just one character. And I've done it on retail. Zondalari Troll Druid. End of discussion. That's it. It's over. Done deal. I'm trying to do the same thing in Classic. Once I do that in Classic, I still need to go one step further. Then I need to figure out if I'm sticking with Classic or retail. I'll make one someday. Yeah, so right now I'm having fun. So I'm experimenting. Because I know you came in once and you might have been like, what the hell's he doing on a Tauren Druid? What happened to his Night Elf? Oh no, I still got it. Don't you worry about my Night Elf. I still have him. And he might end up being my main, because I also want to do Resto once a week when I save up gold in the Burning Crusade, and it's easier to farm gold to respec. I want to be able to not only be a beast in bear form or cat form, I want to be able to heal sometimes as well. I don't want to just do one thing. So that's why I'm kind of leaning towards the Druid, but I like flashiness. I like weapons. You're a traveler? Right. You want to level... You want to join this last level journey. Is that a guild you were saying? That's last level? I'm so confused. Is it a leveling guild? But anyhow. So I'm doing that, and again, when new games come out, they have to be my focus. Like when Hitman came back out, with an expansion, I felt the need to talk about that, because I'm trying to be reliable, consistent. Oh, there's that Phil guy again. Yeah, you know, he's not the greatest at games. He's decent at all the games, just not good at any one, because I don't stick to any one game. But I'm really good at this game. I could put my foot down and be confident about that. And again, the beautiful thing about showcasing and kind of reviewing games and giving you a first impression of a game or a piece of DLC that comes out, is it worth your $6.99 Canadian, is I don't have to be good at the game. I don't. I just have to have a little bit of knowledge, some basic knowledge. Oh, so when you get the gold suit, you get it immediately upon loading the map for the Greed DLC. For Hitman 3, getting the cane takes 15 seconds. You snap the woman's neck, you walk out, boom, you're done. You don't even have to finish the escalation to finish the escalation, because it dynamically keeps progressing as you keep annihilating targets with random events. See how I was able to explain that, but I don't have to be good at it. I couldn't even eliminate the second target. I kept dying. But I still have the knowledge about the DLC to talk about it, right? Those kinds of videos are always going to be important. Gaming news I've been trying to tap into a little bit more too, because those get more views than me just randomly playing a random game. Except for American Truck Simulator. That seems to get, considering how many views I normally get on my other games for random gameplay, some decent views. I'm confused about this leveling journey thing you're talking about. I thought you meant you were excited to level up your Pally with a guild called Leveling Journey or something like that. Or you're saying you're enjoying the journey of leveling. But anyhow, so like Outriders, I'm a little torn on that. When MLB The Show comes out, I'm going to have to make a lot of videos on that game. I really want to capitalize on that and kind of really go where the money is, to be honest. Because that is the most important thing. I'll probably still play this game, maybe. I just might not end up playing it as much. Where the beauty could come with this game is a chance to relive a dream that I've never realized. Back in the Burning Crusade, I was one of the best, and I can confidently say that in PvP. I had dedicated myself to PvP. And I just did really well. Back then, I was on YouTube, but I was a watcher. I wasn't a doer. I just complained that life was hard and I was on disability. That was the deck of cards I was dealt, and I didn't try to do anything at all about it. Maybe it could be a blessing in disguise with the whole retail thing. Or with the whole classic thing. Maybe if I stick to it, it could be a long journey. There could be some hype behind it a little bit. Maybe some people will want to watch some streams and uploads of this game as I go through the motions through Burning Crusade so that somebody else doesn't have to. Because I know some people that are like that. Not a lot of people, but some people that like watching gameplay of some games, but they wouldn't want to play it again. Then if I get to the end game and I start PvPing, really kicking some ass, well then I can turn World of Warcraft into that high, fast-paced action game like what Call of Duty is. Because people are always going to enjoy PvP. There's just something more real about it, right? Running around predetermined AI, there's nothing exciting about this. There's nothing exciting about this. She sees me, what is she doing? Nothing. Because she's scripted to only react once I take an extra couple of feet closer. If that was a real player... Holy shit, that was creepy. Someone flew right over me. Alright, a real person. Yeah, it's just not as exciting, but if I started PvPing, that could potentially be something big. Yeah, potentially. It's a huge commitment to make only to find out that maybe no one's gonna care. Do you know what I mean? Making all this investment. Because WoW is dead on my channel. That's not why people subscribe to my channel. That's not what pays me hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of dollars every month. I have to focus on what pays me so I could sustain myself. Be able to afford to expand the storage of my PS5 or upgrade my computer, which is like starting to trail behind miserably. Oh no, I know. I'm saying it's a huge risk to invest in it, only to find out that nothing's ever going to come of it. And even if it works out for a couple of years, and then the hype dies down after a couple of years, then what do you do? Then again, most people I know that just stick to one game, once the people are hooked on you in the game, even if the hype behind the game dies, they'll still watch. Like Bellular Gaming. There's a few World of Warcraft channels. Hazel Nutty Game, like I said. All those people, no matter how old the game gets, their channel still does very well. You know what I mean? No. I need my computer. Are you kidding? I'm desperate for my computer. Plus shipping costs and all that, it would be so complicated to do that. Anyways, it took that entire time just to do that one quest. Puh. Not at this rate, I'm not gonna be buying a new one. I'm only making half of what I was making last year on YouTube. So the money's gone down the toilet. Then my worker from disability takes half my earnings. So that's a real hard kick in the crotch. So people could be like, oh my god, you were making over $1,000 a month on YouTube. It's like, yeah, but my worker takes like $400 or $500 of that. Half of it, bam, gone. You know what I mean? So now if I'm only making $500 or $600 a month, I only get to see like $200-300 of it. It's, you know what I mean? That's not that much money. Extra. Oh, yeah. When you do that parry deflect thing, you grab the arrow and you check it back at him. That is pretty cool for sure. Well, I think I am going to end it here.
How you doing, man?
It's a bit early. Oh, we're going back to the Barrens. Okay. I'm going to do one even better than that.
Speak.
I am not...
Farewell.
Turn in further instructions.
How?
Let me just look at the damn map.
Zug.
There we go. That's how I'm going to end the stream. Maybe. I might have to end it before, because I do got to pee and shit. But, oh, my budget's got to be at least $2,000 to buy a suitable computer that's going to last me for another half decade. This computer I have has lasted me 7 years. I spent $1,000 on a graphics card last year. In Canadian dollars, I bought an RTX 2070 Super. And it's been super. It's made a big difference. So that alleviated some of the stress I'll need to spend all in one shot. 1 year I buy the graphics card for $1,000. You know, the year after that, you're kind of hoping I could buy the rest of the computer. Yeah, it's a $3,000 computer I'm building. I can't even stream at 60 frames a second because my computer's not powerful enough. It's not because I need the best. It's like, have you noticed my streams are at 30 frames? There's a reason for that. Notice how I don't have a green screen anymore with the fancy background and the overlay around my webcam? Why do you think I don't do that anymore? Because I'm bored of that? Because my computer can't keep up with it. I can only do that stuff when I play on my PlayStation. But lately I've been doing a lot more PC gaming, World of Warcraft, Call of Duty, which I much prefer mouse and keyboard. I've been doing that on my computer. American Truck Simulator is only on PC. So even though I prefer console gaming in general, my preferred games just so happen to be on PC. To stream, to record at 60 FPS, even just at 1080p with no 4K, you can't have a 7-year-old computer. Yeah, like you guys know what an RTX 2070 Super is. That's not the best graphics card in the world. But that was still $1,000 fucking dollars. A year ago, and a couple of months ago, back in March when the first lockdown started happening in Canada because of COVID. Right? That was just a standard price for an RTX 2070 Super. That's why I never bothered with an RTX 2080. Or a 2080 Titan or whatever, because those were like $1,300. Right? Then I bought a PS5 a month after it released with the 3-year extended warranty, the spare controller. Everything was like $800. Well, now that's $1,800 I spent. Then I bought the microphone, and I bought my fucking audio interface so I could plug my microphone in. Well, that was almost another $1,000. So now we're almost at $3,000. Then I bought a $200 light so that I could have good lighting. Then I bought a DSLR camera for a good few $100s. $300-400 so I could have some high quality shit. You know what I mean? So I don't just look and sound like every other streamer. If I'm gonna have 5 people in my live stream, I might as well look and sound good while I'm doing it. So I take the shit very seriously. I even invested in getting no, with the microphone. The microphone was like $600-700, and my audio interface was a good couple of $100, and then the cables and all that bullshit. My microphone stand was like another $180. You know that I no longer stream on YouTube from my actual computer. If you notice, I'm not even running a browser. My browser's closed. I'm on a 10-year-old MacBook. Because just running the YouTube page... No, $200 for a light. I have an Elgato key light. But then I have an old MacBook, and I use that just to log into my stream so I could see the chat. Because just having this one page open takes up like an extra 5 or 6% CPU usage on my computer. Yeah, the light, an Elgato key light. Shit's not cheap, man. That's what I mean. Things are expensive, right? If I want to buy like a new power supply, a new CPU, new motherboard, new case, all this shit, and keep my current existing GPU, something that's adequate, with taxes, the labor, putting it together, all that shit, it's easily like $1,700. Yeah, but you don't know what our minimum wage is. Our minimum wage is like $15 fucking dollars an hour. Right?
Hey, how you doing?
But I'm gonna be ending the stream there in just a second.
Time is money, friend.
Probably gonna play some Outriders, to be honest. On PS5. Play it some more, see if I can sort of kind of get into it. See if I think it could help my channel some. And that's pretty much it.
Generous.
Yo!
I just love this game. It's just so fun.
Keep it real.
All these people I'm running into are all giving each other buffs and shit. It could be slow, but it's relaxing. It can have its own excitement. Anyways, I've talked about that before. I used to travel a lot. I've traveled a lot. I don't travel anymore. OCD, paranoia, my mental shit. It's not good for me. You'll never catch me dead on an airplane ever again. I used to fly all the time. I'm not doing that shit anymore. Fucking planes disappearing in midair. Can't even find the remains of it 3-4 fucking years later. I'm like, yeah, no thanks. I'm staying on the ground. I'm staying right here. Where even here is not even all that much safer anyway sometimes. And if you've got the pandemic for the rest of my life, I'm probably going to wear a mask when I go out. I am just not going to trust people. You know? So I like the idea of traveling. I'll probably never do it again. Closest thing I'll come is American Truck Simulator. Cruising around the good old US of A. Oh my god, are you kidding? I have it terribly. Terrible. Hello? Well, the Torrent's kind of cool. He's nice, but then he's kind of a little bit bulky. His legs aren't fully straight because he's more like a minotaur, whereas the night elf, he's a little bit more, you know, proper looking and sleek, but then the purple cat's a little bit dark, and when you look at the legs and you're walking around, it kind of looks a little bit more like a blur when you're in a darker setting that doesn't have a lot of lighting, whereas the contrast of the fur and the legs and the movement is much better highlighted on a light colored lion. I don't have fucking OCD? Are you kidding me? Oh yeah, it's terrible. It's really, really bad. Well, that's just a part of it, though. Trust me, don't you worry about me. I'm not making it up. I don't just like to throw labels and go, "Oh yeah, I got this." Oh no, it's bad. Like it's bad. I got my crystals. I've got to sort them out by colors and shapes and sizes, and if I don't have them all lined up, and you know, just all this weird stuff, it drives me fucking batshit crazy. If my cables aren't all lined up, like my computer's white, my PS5 is white. They're perfectly apart so that there's 5 inches on each side of my desk. I've got the light right in the middle. I gotta make sure my microphone is perfectly angled perfectly so that when I look at it on the screen, I don't have some of it hiding, some of it that I see. All that kind of stuff. It just kind of all adds up. It's, oh yeah. It's pretty big. Oh, I went too far. Oh, do you? No, that's not the end. Yeah, sometimes people, you know, OCD about other stuff, but, I've met other people with OCD, and again, it's one of those things where it's almost like where, like, no two people are alike. It's sort of kind of like that, too, with some of these things. It's like some people that have even, like, cancer or similar, you know, other ailments and stuff. You'll have two people have the same thing, but they don't really have, like, the same symptoms, and you know what I mean? One has the fatigue, the other one has the chronic migraines, and you know what I mean? And I think it's a little bit like that, too. Right. Oh, yeah. It's because I'm in the Barrens, and it's a horde town, and one of the war chiefs we're not too far from in Thunderbluff. And Torrens are more like, you know, the native, and, you know, you can hear, like, the music and all that, and in the face paint and whatnot. So that's why you'll have more of that theme. If I go to the Undercity, where the Forsaken are, it's all going to be all gothic and dark and eerie and all that kind of stuff, right? So this is more like themed for Torrens, as you can see here. Predominantly all ran by Torrens. So they're not going to have skulls and shit in their area. So that's why it looks like that. Yeah, I mean, he is really cool. You know, I do like him, but I'm picky. I don't know if I want him or my night elf. If I want this cat or the purple one. Or any of it. You know, for now I'm just living in the moment. And that's about it. But yeah, I'm going to head out. I'm going to focus. No offense. Not that I'm not enjoying this, but I'm going to focus. Figure out if I want to get the game on my PS5. And kind of go from there. Because it could be something fun that I get into. I am enjoying, you know, like I said, the demo so far. Disc? with disc. Disc today. Huh? Who? Well, I mean, it's easy for you to say I should get it. It's also money. I'm also going to have to buy this $110 version of MLB The Show because this one gives you the 4-day early access. Plus, you get the PS4 and the PS5 version of the game. Save 4-day early access, $110. That's going to be coming out in a couple of weeks. I'm really excited for that because, I mean, I do like sports games, right? And some sports videos that I've made have gotten a couple of 100,000 views. I mean, not all of them, but some have, and maybe I can get lucky, kind of like playing the lottery. You know, I keep making videos. Some of them make it big, some of them don't. But I mean, ultimately, in the end, I've been monetized for a couple of years and I've never made under $500 in a month. That's the reality. But I had started going up from 400, 500 to 600, 700 to 800, 900 to 1,000 to 1,200. And then 2021 came around and I went back down to 600, 500, 550. It's like, you know what I mean? Should I really complain? Well, no, I'm still making $500,000 minimum a month. But when you're used to making double that, it's kind of a piss off because now I feel like I'm just where I was 2 years ago. I don't want to be where I was 2 years ago. I liked where I was fucking 2 months ago. You see what I'm saying? So that's a huge nosedive. And that's because most of my videos are absolute shit. They don't perform well. I work really hard. I've got like 2,500 uploads in just a couple of years on YouTube. I know YouTubers with millions of subscribers that barely have 500 to 700 videos uploaded on their channel. And I've got like quadruple that. You know what I mean? Going on like quintuplet that. 6 times that amount. But most of it doesn't do that much. But it's one of those things where if I don't do it, I'll never know what's going to catch. Sometimes I make a video and I'm like, that's not going to get me anything. 6 months later, that one video alone makes me over $1,000. You know, so what else do I have to do with my time? It's not like I have a job to go to, right? So I might as well do something I'm passionate about that I'm really into. And, you know, make some money here and there and just kind of see what happens. Literally. Hopefully I can make a living from it before I keel over from old age. I don't want to die on disability. You know, I've been on that shit half my life. I'm done. Like I said, I sat around moping, complaining for years that I couldn't be normal. But then I figured out with things like YouTube and social media, you don't have to be normal. And like I said, I found some small success, but naturally I want a bit more. Not because I'm greedy, because I want one source of income. I want this to be my new disability. Do you know what I mean? Even if I only end up making about the same. As long as I make about the same and I can survive, I can feed myself and just get by, that's what I want. But I also don't want to nosedive 1 month, only make half, and then I'm eating Kraft dinner for 2 weeks. So it's kind of legit to always be talking about money. A guy who makes $3 million a year and then the next year he makes 2 million, motherfucker still made millions. You ain't got as much to complain about because you can fucking fully clothe yourself and feed yourself and then some on millions, right? So there's always like that baseline amount of money that people should make. And I barely make what's considered poverty, on the lower end of poverty. I'm trying to get to the higher end of poverty and still be considered in poverty for Canadian standards. But it would be, oh my God, so much more money than what I'm making now that I wouldn't feel like I'm poor, right? So that's kind of, like I said, the goal. And anyhow, sports games tend to do really well on my channel, and first-person shooters. So sports and first-person shooters. Those have been the videos that have made me some of the most amount of money And again, I get so many views on them residually month after month after month that I keep getting paid on those every single month. So it's been pretty wild. Yeah. No, not normal. I mean like no, I mean like I knew like what I meant by normal is being able to have a fucking job, like a normal job, like a standard, like I can't do that. Because if I could, I wouldn't be on disability, right? But just because you're on disability doesn't mean you're completely 100% useless. You can do other stuff. You just normally can't. It's like I said before, I can't do basic tasks, but I can also do things that the average person can't do either. But they're not things that are going to make you money. Trying to figure out how to play the Fifth Symphony by yourself, just in your head, by ear. Okay, cool. That might be a bit of a bragging thing for a second, but that's not going to pay the bills. Being able to have a normal, everyday job is something that pays the bills, that allows you to survive in this world where you need some level of money, of income, right? Well, I do take this as a job. That's what I mean. But what's special about this job? I do it when I want, how I want it. If I don't feel good, like right now, I'm feeling a bit tired, I'm starting to get a bit of a cluster headache, I can stop. If I was working at Walmart, again, a basic task, and I was just serving people or greeting people, I wouldn't be able to do it. I'd be getting anxiety, I'd be getting all flustered and stuff, and I wouldn't feel well, and I would have to leave. But you couldn't do that. Do that too many times, you'll get fired, right? That's just the reality of it. But this is on my own terms. So this is a lot more calming, a lot more relaxing. I'm in the safety of my own home. I don't have any of that anxiety issue because I'm in the comfort of my own home, right? I can go out and shop at Walmart quickly, but I couldn't work there because when I go there, I know that I can leave at any time. So there's that psychological component, again, that safety net. If I feel like it's too much, I can walk out and get some fresh air and calm my anxiety down. But if I'm working there and I'm at the cash and I'm in the middle of scanning your shit, again, basic tasks, I can't just walk away, right? I mean, I can, but people are going to be like, what the fuck's going on? Hey, what about, like you can't just, and who have you ever seen do that, right? As a cashier, halfway through the checking through your shit, they just leave out of nowhere. Well, that's the kind of shit I was starting to go through, right? I went from running a security company installing alarm systems and assisting the RCMP, which is the FBI equivalent in Canada. I went from doing that in my teens to fucking working in a clothing store. No offense to people that work retail, but I'm just saying you don't start life at the top and start to work your way down. You don't go from running a company to fucking going retail, having people tell you when you need to be there, how you need to look, how you need to speak, and being told what you're worth per hour. That's not how I started. I started off at the fucking top. And as I got older, I went down the tunnel instead of climbing the mountain, right? But I'm still able to smile at the end of the day. Not the happiest. I'm content. Wouldn't say I'm happy, but I'm content, right? I was starting to become happier. Like I said, when things on YouTube were going zoom, but now they're kind of like, hey, and I'm like, damn it. Just as I was starting to feel like the shit was, becoming real, it humbled me and it went, bitch, to the back of the line. And it's frustrating, naturally, right? Yeah, exactly. You found what you liked. Some does in this world are born into it. Yeah. Really? Well, Twitter me that shit. I'm telling you, if I could find another part-time job, the beautiful thing about well, yeah, about being on disability is, believe it or not, and this is where some people come in and go, that seems weird. I'm like, bitch, I don't care what you think. I'm actually allowed to make more money working than what I get on disability. And that's what a lot of people don't understand. But as long as you report it, they just keep taking money from you. They don't care because now it ends up, it's like you're paying them, but you're still always ahead of the curve because being on the system with them, I still get my health benefits, my dental, my eye, and all that. And what also happens is it fluctuates. Like, for instance, the last couple of months, I'm only making half on YouTube what I normally make. Well, what do you think that means for my disability check? It means they're bigger to help balance that, right? So that I don't just go crashing. So that's kind of the beautiful thing about that. It's dynamic. It's based on what I make each month. So even though I only technically get a certain amount each month, I could make double that if I want because I'm considered not being able to be stable on my own, if that makes any sense. So even if financially I'm doing really well, they just might not pay me. So that's what could end up happening. It would come to a point where I could make so much money on YouTube that technically I'd still be on disability. I just wouldn't get an actual dollar from them. But they're sort of there waiting on the standby. It's almost like they're holding you up, going, it's okay. You're doing it. Yay. You're walking on your own 2 feet. But if you fall, it's cool. We'll catch you. That way I can crash and make $0 one day on YouTube and I don't have to panic and jump out a window. They're there to catch me that month. Oh, you didn't make any money? No problem. So I know that rent's always going to get paid and I'm always going to have food on the table. That's kind of the beautiful thing about that. It's very dynamic, right? And I am allowed to, like I said, make more than what they would give me. It's not like once I match what they give me, they automatically kick you off and you're stuck on your own. That's what would logically make sense. But that's just not how the system works. And some people get very angry with that. They get very angry with that. But I don't fucking care. It's a beautiful thing when you legit don't give a fuck. It's so liberating. The freedom, the peace of mind that I feel from not caring about people that try to bring me down is unreal. Because as a kid growing up, like in elementary school predominantly, I cared too much what people thought. Too much. And it drove me nuts. But yeah. Yeah, no, for sure. But again, I've been doing this for a year. I've been doing this for a year. Hundreds of hours a month. I started off streaming. I had 5, 6 people in the stream. A year later, I'm still here. There's no progress. But I've gotten 600 new subscribers from my live streams alone in the last year. Where are those 600 people? You see what I'm saying? Got to be humble. You just got to, it's like American Idol. Not everybody that goes on there can actually sing. Not everybody that goes on there has a talent. Some people think they have one, but they don't. You can work at it hard all you want. Not everybody's going to be, like Frank Sinatra or Michael Bublé or whoever, whatever. You know what I mean? Freelancing websites. Right. Well, that seems like a lot of money. That seems a bit much. Did I get that disc? What? Well, no, I'm not on it yet. I'm on here talking to you here. But yeah, I got to end it because I got to pee. I got to figure out what's going on. I want to budget, 110 for the game that comes out in a couple of weeks. What are some other games that are coming out? Uh-oh. Resident Evil's coming out. Is that coming out this month? No, it's not. It's coming out next month, thank God, So I gotta look at all that stuff too. And yeah, and just figure out what the hell's going on. Yeah, I'll take a look. Oh, you meant for Discord. Yeah. Anyhow, I might be around tomorrow throughout the day. I'll kind of see how things go. I could be around maybe in the late morning, Eastern Standard Time, maybe. We'll just kind of see how things go. But generally, I like to be consistent between 5 and 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, sort of like the new time frame. But yeah. Oh, no, I know. They are. That's cool. All right, thanks for stopping by. Thank you. Yeah, I'll be on Discord in a moment. But not for long, though, because I want to go to bed, decompress, and I got to play a little bit of Outriders to figure out if it's something I think I could talk about on my channel a bit. All right, thank you. And like I said, I might be around tomorrow throughout the day as well. For sure. All right, bye for now.